join.
So how's the working environment here?
It's pretty fun here. We have a really great staff, and mostly everyone gets their job done on time, so that makes our job a lot easier. And we have some really good projects that everyone likes to work on, and that makes everyone in a better mood as well.
So what is your role as a producer?
Well, our main role is making sure that we get all of our productions done on time, on budget, and we deliver a really good product.
What is your role in here in the House of Play?
I'm what's called a story artist. We work with the script and we illustrate the script so the animators and the production can see visually what the script is.
Oh, that's cool. So can you explain to me what your daily job is like?
My daily job is I've got scripts. So there's no images, so it's just it explains what the situation is, and there's dialogues and it explains everything. So I'm reading this, and then I've got to draw it, almost like a comic book. But I'm using technology now. We used to do it on paper, now it's all on computer. And you just have to illustrate. I'm drawing all day. That's what I'm doing. That's my job.
My sister would love to do that, right, Mama? Okay.
She can call us and
So can you explain what all these post-it notes are doing on the wall?
Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm working on the film. I'm reading a script, and it's a film we're trying to do here. And like every story, it's got a lot of problems. Like, no story is perfect right off the bat. Mm-hmm. So on the wall here, I've put a graph with all the minutes of the film. And I've read the script, and I wrote on the chart what the writer wrote, like from minute 1 to minute 5, the character does this and this and that, and then just break down the film. And then my post-it notes are all questions for the directors. Oh. All these are questions that I need to ask the director, that things that's not clear, or that I don't understand, or I don't agree, or some of my ideas. So we break it down like that before we draw, before we, it's just about we have to think about
it. The joystick turns, plane's upside down, and all this fruit starts falling out, because in the movie, Olaf can't stop eating. So the fruit's coming out, and he helps. He starts throwing more fruit out. And the fruit's coming into the red bearings in the propeller, bang, 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 bang. Olaf even throws more food. Snoopy starts rapping on his doghouse to call Woodstock. And, he's telling him it's his turn. Woodstock flies out with a screwdriver in his mouth, through all the debris, lands onto the roof of the wings. Wind starts pulling him a bit. He gets his bearings. And Olaf just keeps throwing fruit. Wee wee. He grabs one more thing. Pulls up the steering column, throws it. What? What? Oh! And all of a sudden, the plane starts coming out of the flight. Plane's diving. He sees a cake factory. Right into the cake factory.
Lucky guy.
Lands in there. We see the cake wiggle. Spook. So this isn't the Snoopy script, but if you've got a script, you could see it's, they'll say that the characters will be, reading something or saying something, and then they'll add, this person is standing around the desk. They're all looking at the animator, right? So say we're doing this now. So now my job is to see where the camera's going to be, like you're doing. Where am I going to put my camera? Where am I going to put my character so it's going to tell the story? So this comes right after the script. Sometimes they have designs, like Snoopy, obviously he's already been designed. But they just have rough designs to give us what they kind of look like, but we help push the story. And then when the story's working, then they go off and they put it into other departments.
Thank you.
So, you're an artist. What is the hardest part of the body that you draw?
Maybe probably hands or anything in like strong foreshortening. So those are probably the two hardest things I would think.
How do you think technology affected your job?
Quite a bit, because originally when I got into the business 20 years ago now, we did it all on paper, and actually our drawings were scanned in.
Yeah, I
And
heard.
then yeah, exactly. And then I did that for quite a while, probably for about 14 years, and then slowly computers started to become more and more. We drew on paper, but then we were scanning everything into computers after that, and then slowly hand-drawn animation kind of was dying out and computer was taking over. So I switched to doing computer animation for a while. Worked on a few movies, and then just recently I switched to storyboarding here, but now we're drawing on tablets as well, so I don't draw on paper anymore. So it's a bit of a switch coming back to drawing, and have to draw on a tablet. And it's kind of nice in some ways because you can control Z and delete any issues you have. You don't have to sharpen pencils anymore, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
And you can just do layers, which is kind of nice as well. So there's some conveniences to it, just the ability to edit your drawings as you go and go back to the drawings later.
Yeah, I guess so. Do you think robots will ever be able to do animations alone?
I mean, I would never say never. Hopefully not. For me, but yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, it depends on. I think there's quite a ways to go before robots can be that creative. Like I know that they can imitate, replicate realism of a person and do like but I'm not too. I don't think they can actually do like come up with story and come up with exaggerated, actions and the acting and everything that's involved. I don't think they've quite gotten into that yet. So, but never say never.
So, what kind of training is needed for animating?
Just draw a lot. Just a lot of observation, focus on the fundamentals of art whenever you can. Pretty much. Yeah, just observe a lot of life, just people walking, and try to get into school for that because that helps a lot. Just to be around people who understand the process of what you have to do. So.
Hi, this is Raymond reporting from Voice K. I'm currently at the House of Cools with Ricardo Curtis. Hi.
Hi, how you doing, Raymond?
The House of Cools is an animation studio, and Mr. Curtis is the president.
Yes.
All right, I heard that you recently went to France to work on a project. How do you feel having the House of Cool invited to France?
Well, it was a pitch for a feature film that we've developed, and we were invited to go to France to pitch this in front of broadcasters and distributors, and it was actually really quite an honor because it was the first time a North American company was invited to go, so it felt great. Plus, France is awesome.
Yeah, of course. Even DreamWorks didn't go, I guess.
Well, there's DreamWorks,
Pixar.
there's Pixar, and there's House of Cool. Right?
Can you please walk me through anything special the House of Cool does to animate its movies?
Well, in House of Cool, we are on the pre-production side. That means we are in the very early stage. So, like concept, coming up with what it is that we're going to do, kind of the scripting, which is the writing of the script itself, the storyboarding, which is taking a script and drawing the panels that represent the story, as well as kind of art direction, so where you're coming up with what it looks like, what the characters look like. So that's kind of where we are. So what you see at the end of when you go to theater and what you actually see, we didn't do that. So the pretty pictures and the motion, we don't do that. What we do is the things that you feel. So the characters and the story and the pacing, all those sort of things that make a film the characters, how you're getting into it and what it's actually about. That's what we do.
All right, that's really cool. Thanks for your time.
All the videos I watched on animation, I learned that 2 weeks of an animator's work only fills 3.5 seconds of screen time. So approximately how long does it take to finish the full movie?
Well, that depends on how complex the movie is and how many animators are working on it. So on a small film, you may have 150 people working on it. On a large film, you may have 700 people working on it. So usually an animated film will take, at the minimum, usually about 18 months. At maximum, it could go on for 7 years. But on average, 3 to 4 years.
Mm-hmm. That's really long. A lot of people. I heard that like Frozen was 7 years, I think.
Yeah, Frozen went on for a while. We've worked on a few films that have gone on for a very long time.
Mm-hmm. So, do you think all this tedious work is worth the result?
Absolutely. It's one of the best jobs in the world. We get paid to entertain people. We get paid to make funny drawings, and we get paid to, the best thing in the world is after you finish a film. And I often go and I'll sit on opening day of a film and I'll just turn around and I'll watch the people. And I watch them react. I want them to laugh. I want them to cry. I want them to get scared. That's the best thing in the world. So yeah, it's very tedious. As an animator, you may spend your entire career. Your career may last 40 or 50 years, and you may end up only doing about 2 or 3 minutes of animation in your entire life. But it's completely worth it.
That's the best part, doing what you like and getting paid for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, especially when we watch it over and over again.
Yeah, I'm always impressed that, I'm an animation professional and I believe I love animation, but then I'll meet people who don't work in the industry who love it more than we do. Yeah.
So, as an animator, what do you think you are best at?
I think I'm best at pulling feelings out of people, understanding how people think and what moves people, and finding those things and hitting them. So if I want to make you laugh, I will find the best and funniest way to do that. If I want to make you scared, I will find your deepest, darkest secrets and make you scared. And if I want to make you cry, I will find the things that made you most sad, and I will hit that and make you cry. So that's, I guess, my particular skill.
What is the most stressful project you've ever worked on?
The most stressful project we ever worked on? Well, they've all been fun, so don't say that, but I was the head of story on a film called The Book of Life. And that was a film that we wanted to get it up on reels, meaning that we wanted to get a rough version of the film with sound and voices up as quickly as possible. So we went from 0 till the film up on reels in less than 4 months, which is, incredibly fast. So that was probably the most stressful thing that I ever did.
Thank you so much for your time.
Anytime.